Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, with your Wednesday real life stock review. I hope you're doing absolutely sensational. Tomorrow is the last day of May, and right now sitting pretty close to 10 Rs for the month thanks to one specific swing trade. I'll make sure I send you all that swing trade. In fact, let me just go ahead and pull up Slack because there was a lot of real life traders who celebrated these really good trade with us today. First and foremost, SPY doing its thing. You had a pretty bearish day, relatively bearish day yesterday. Broke below the 100. I really feel like this candle could be and probably is trapping some bears. Phenomenal bullish gap today on SPY. And as you all know, I'm still under the impression and I'm still following my plan that I think the SPY and the markets do continue higher. If anything, this could be a very pretty double bottom of some kind where we got the retest, or we're getting the retest now, only to see us climb higher. So that's the camp presently that I am sitting in. Now make sure to stay tuned for the very end to see myself and a gentleman, a friend of mine down here in Houston, Texas, Mr. David Webb, do 150 burpees before market open. I want to make sure that you do them with us. I want to make sure you have an absolutely exceptionally fun time watching that video. But between now and then, let's also cover some stocks. I got a lot of requests for this one recently. Canopy growth, and this was a beautiful retest gap. I mean, very nicely played, right? So you broke out of the triangle pattern that you can see here, broke out of that on the 14th, and that's when I set this particular trade up in the trading room. We made higher highs, and it got another retest gap action right there. So another retest gap on the 22nd. We have retested. We're bouncing around off the 20. So this is going to be boring. It's going to take time. Be patient, spelled with a Y, right? P-A-Y, patience. And looking at the moving averages look good. They're starting to curve up higher. Here's the long-term moving averages. So this overall trade on Canopy growth, if you're in it bullish, give it like a month or two, honestly. Give it some time. Let it do its thing. But overall, I do like it bullish to continue a little bit higher. Next on the list is Snapchat, having a few people requesting this one lately. And finally, Snapchat kind of coming back to life somewhat. It had a bearish gap down. And at this point, I mean, we're making all-time lows. Here's your triangle pattern right here. And it's unquestionable that it's in a bearish trend. Now, of course, will it bounce and will it continue higher is the big question. Earnings were absolutely abysmal, so those aren't going to be helping Snapchat at all continue higher. But today's candle is very interesting. Today's candle did put in a really good support, a nice low with good volume. So with that being the case, you have this little double bottom right here. Got a pretty good bullish candle today, up 4%. So if Snapchat breaks lower than this candle, the bearish trend will likely continue. As far as the bullish trend is concerned, for me personally, since we're making lower lows and making lower highs, in order for me to get interested in a bullish trade, it'd have to close above this bearish candle that occurred on earnings from the 2nd of May. Once it closes above there, I look to take that retest on Snapchat. Other than that, personally, for a bullish trade, I'm waiting it out. But I do like the candle and the volume today, which makes me start to ponder and create that plan. Here's VOYA, Voya Financial. This was another one that got requested. And here's the long-term moving averages. Bottom line, the stock is making higher highs and higher lows. Keep in mind, it already had a magnificent bullish run. So this thing IPO'd back in mid-2013. This is the weekly chart. Huge run, nice pullback in 2015. And really what we're doing is we're creating a new wave. So this is a 1, 2, 3, some kind of wave 4. So this looks to me like a triangle pattern, right? Higher lows, relative highs. So as it trades down, look to buy the dip, buy these as low as possible. It appears it's certainly in a wave 4 pattern. You really have to like this bullish candle today with a very, very nice bearish candle yesterday. A lot of financials did have a sensational gap. I'll show you one in just a second. But the VOYA, yeah, if we can close above the high of this bearish candle, and it should continue, but realistically, if you're looking at getting in on VOYA with those nice little trend line of higher lows here, you probably got triggered in yesterday, right? Buy low, sell high, nice looking trend, and it's just kind of doing its thing. Other than that, wave 4, bullish to neutral, not doing very much. The financial stock that had a magnificent gap yesterday was JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. We're going to look at both of those. JP Morgan, congrats to those traders who bought the dip. I mean, we've been down at this price before, right, with that flash back in February, and then we pulled back right here in May, on May the 3rd. We got relatively in that area on early April, late March. And then we had a bearish gap and go just yesterday. So this was a very nice move on JP Morgan. Inside candle, you had a nice lower shadow the day before. This candle was white from Friday, and it opened below this bullish candle right here. Just a gorgeous, just crushed. Here's the 5-minute chart. And realistically, anyone, I mean, I saw a one-winged blind pigeon playing chess with cinder blocks named Ferdinand. He took this trade, JP Morgan, 5-minute candle, lower shadow, entry there, stop there. If you didn't play that, here's your evening star reversal pattern as it just traded right into the 10 EMA and then just got wrecked. So overall, that's JP Morgan. Now, I did not play that. That's hindsight. Obviously, I'm a very good hindsight trader. However, this is what we did play on Goldman Sachs. Let me get all this. So ticker symbol GS. Go back into the 5-minute chart and delete those lines. Okay, here we go. So Goldman Sachs, here is the daily chart on Goldman Sachs. And keep in mind, it did trade down to the 100 simple on a weekly chart. I do have a bull put spread for June, which expires in 2.5 weeks. So I'm not going to really stress out about it unless we close below the 200 on a weekly, but I'm going to give it some time. Here's the daily chart, and this was a very nice gap. You had, again, very similar to JP Morgan, perfect doji inside day candle from Friday, bullish hammer-ish type of candle from the day before, very nice bullish candle from the 23rd of May. In fact, we actually did set up a bullish trade to get in there with a stop there, and obviously we didn't get triggered in. So the fact that we were opening just yesterday below the low of these this bullish candle here on the 4th of May, the fact that we were gapping below that, look at this 5-minute chart. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this thing had an absolute gorgeous S-curve. And not only that, but it did follow my plan and my setup exactly. I love that bullish high wave 5-minute bearish candle, entry there, stop there. Yes, got close to getting stopped out, but that S-curve was magnificent. And even if you did play it and got stopped out, there was, zero reason not to get back in on that thing at some point with a breakdown of the low of the day, or this little stair-step pattern right there, or this rollover perhaps. So either way, Goldman Sachs was a really good trade. That's the one that I did score an R on yesterday. Here's the swing trade that a lot of real-life traders were just absolutely wrecking. Applied Optoelectronics. So we got in after the stock gap down. Here's the long-term moving average, very nice hammer candle, and it was at the 100. And as it trades sideways, we just set the trade up, and you had traders just from across the globe. Let me just kind of scroll this in up here. But here's Mark getting out for 3 R's on AAOI. There's a few other traders. I can't know if it's earlier or later they started posting this. But here's EXAS, so Mark is also playing that one. Here's Angela and a few other traders. I can click on this. Anyway, 2 R's, 3 R's, 4 R's, 5 R's, 2 R's. Just a bunch of traders doing very, very well on Applied Optoelectronics, hitting the target today. The 200 simple moving average on the daily, which was also the 100 simple average on the weekly chart. So Applied Optoelectronics, great job for anyone who took that official swing trade from the room. Here's a few of the trades that were requested. Delta Airlines, ticker symbol DAL, is very sideways. We look at Delta pretty much every Thursday and Transportation Thursday. It is making higher lows. And so I mentioned to some of the other traders, Delta of the airlines does look one of the most bullish out there. It's just very, very sideways right now. So if you're playing Delta, if you're in long term, keep holding. As far as a short-term trade, I don't see anything cataclysmically beautiful other than, let's say this candle closes like this, entry here, stop there, could certainly be a possibility. Otherwise, just let it keep grinding. Stay in long-term, very, very sideways. Next on the list is Berkshire Hathaway's, the B-class shares, and this one obviously tracking the market pretty well. Trading down to, well, you guessed it, another brilliant support. The exact same price that we bounced back in February and the whole market kind of pooped its pants, and then obviously traded right back down to May the 3rd, and then just hit it yesterday. So it did have a pretty decent bearish candle yesterday and a little bit of a bearish gap with good volume. So as long as Berkshire Hathaway's doesn't break below that low, you should be okay. We are making lower highs, and as you know, one candle can change everything. So right now, you're getting a one white soldier candle on Berkshire Hathaway's, but it does need to make a higher high and a higher low to really prove that the buyers are going to come in. So if we get a crazy bearish day tomorrow, things could look pretty rough on Berkshire Hathaway's. Otherwise, if you did buy at that support, congratulations. Here's the weekly chart. And again, the weekly chart is still making higher highs and higher lows. And it does look like it's in a little bit of a consolidation pattern at some level. But certainly, keep your eyes peeled on Berkshire for a good bullish trade off of support, which it did the exact same thing back over here on the 4th of May. And again, if it breaks that support, then, watch out below. Here's Coke, ticker symbol KO, and Coke doing what Coke does. Buy it low, sell it high. Here's the weekly chart. Overall, this particular stock on Coke, pretty flat. Could have bought it at the exact same price back in May 2013. So 5 years ago, could have bought Coke for the exact same price it is now. So Coke is pretty boring. It does pay dividends. It's nothing exciting by any means. However, this gap right here on the 17th of May was a pretty good bullish gap and go. And since then, we have slowly creeped a little bit higher on Coke. Maybe there's something interesting on a monthly chart, but if you have shares of Coke or you're buying Coke long term, it's the most recognizable brand in the world. It's Coke. In fact, you could have bought it for the exact same price back in 1998. So it's by no means exciting, but long term, keep holding. Looks pretty decent. Here's AMAT. Got this one requested on Facebook. Applied Materials. This 58.23, by the way. This was a very, very good resistance, right? This is the tech bubble high. Huge resistance on Applied Material. And look at this move. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Boom, boom, straight up. Straight up. And it traded into the resistance, the same exact resistance of the 2000 tech bubble. Don't buy there, right? Let it trade around, let it chop around, let it trade sideways, and that's pretty much what it's doing. Buy as low as it can. It's in some kind of wave 4. I would have to guess and hypothesize that this retest gap, you are making higher lows, but it probably rolls over and gives you another opportunity to dip buy, which is certainly a possibility. But if I'm playing AMAT for now, for the next probably few weeks, if not months, I'm letting this consolidation hang out here at this resistance. I'm going to try to buy it as low as I can and hang on to it. If you are in shares, do some cover calls, do some callers, because Applied Materials will take a while to break above that resistance. Next on the list, I got 3 more. Here's Facebook, and ticker symbol FB, just slowly grinding higher, my friends. This was a beautiful bullish gap. Discussed this one at length numerous times over the last few days and weeks. And I just had a gorgeous bullish gap and go right here. Nice move, pull back into the moving averages. Phenomenal pull, retest into the 10, and she's continuing higher at the present moment. So if you're in bullish on Facebook, you have probably a stop here at 181.98. The stock will hit $200 this year, most likely. And if you are in shares, I'd probably just say do covered calls. Be patient. Let it continue doing its thing on all time frames. Right now, it looks nice. Certainly bullish. Twitter, just hanging out. It had a phenomenal bounce off the 100. The trend is looking okay. And believe it or not, here's the weekly chart. This thing is starting to recover. So it had a really nice accumulation pattern down here. You all know I was a perma bear on Twitter during that entire, really I was a perma bear on Twitter since back over here. But after this pop, after it started breaking out, after it had some really good movements, I had to throw away the bear costume and realize that we were breaking out of an accumulation pattern. And not only that, but we also retested both the 200 on the weekly and the 100 on the daily back in April. That was the time to get in on Twitter bullish. And notice on a weekly chart, you got that high wave candle as well. So now is probably not the best time to get in since we're at a resistance of which we have sold off just previously. So the daily chart on Twitter, if I'm looking at playing this bullish, personally, I'm thinking, let's let it break higher, close above, pull back into this double bottom pattern, boop, 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 and then retest that neckline probably around 32. That's at least my particular plan on Twitter as of right now, and we'll just have to see how it interacts with that resistance. And last but not least is TAVA Pharmaceuticals. Here's the weekly chart on this particular monster, and she did make a higher low. Buffett is hopping in on this one, or has hopped in on this one. It's a pharmaceutical that is horrendously cheap just compared to where it was weeks ago, back over there in the $80 region. Possible double bottom, nice higher low, you got some good gaps, looks good. So here's the daily chart, and you are above its long-term moving averages, which is key. So this resistance that we have here on TEVA is going to be a big one. The biggest question is, since you have your exponential moving averages and you're above those, and we're working on bouncing off of those, and here's the weekly, and you're above the 50, how long will it take to break out? This is an inside week so far. You have had 4 bullish weeks in a row. So if this can hang out here for a week or two and then break out, TEVA could really run. So keep this one on your list, as I really like that $22 resistance. I also like this higher low that is formed right here. And I like that it's above all moving averages on all time frames other than these guys. And those are pretty far away. So that's a good, solid potential profit if this bad boy breaks out. That's the analysis that I have on Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back on Friday for your real life stock review and also for your new challenge for the month of June. What's going on, traders from around the world? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, with my buddy David Webb down here in Houston, Texas. And we are about to do the burpees at the crack of dawn, pretty much. It's early. It is early. The sun is up, but warning, fair warning, this is going to be a nice long video. We did our 145 together yesterday. We're going to do 155 together tomorrow. But since today is Wednesday, you've already watched the real life stock review. This is your post-workout, post-stock review video. So enjoy, have fun, and remember to love life, live life, and trade it. You guys rock. All right, guys. So our goal and objective, me and David are just gonna flip the phone back and forth. So we figured that'd probably be the easiest way so that you can see this absolute animal in action. All right, so we're doing 15 sets of 10, right? Here we go. All right, my man, here we go. Such good form. Such good form. Killer. Great job, man. All right, well done. So we're gonna definitely do our stretches at some point in between these videos, and we'll let you guys know. Normally, I think we're gonna do after sets of 3, we're gonna do our stretch. So next set coming up, and then we have the stretch. Second set of 10. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Straight up crushing this. Now yesterday, David and I did our 145 burpees. We back traded for like 4 hours, and then we went rock climbing. And that was phenomenal. Awesome stuff, man, awesome stuff. You guys are seeing other people's burpees now. We've been getting a lot of videos recently, a lot of good pictures of other people doing their burpees. So you guys are doing fantastic, keep it up. We got one more set to go and then we're gonna do a stretch. Set number 3.
Good job.
Thanks, brother. All right, Dave's about to knock you out. 3rd set of 10. Nicely done, man. Nicely done. Beautiful job. Ooh, yeah. Man, killer. All right, team. So we're gonna do the stretches now. Take a quick water break. So we're just gonna do hamstring stretches. It's gonna be hard to film those. So take a 2 to 3 minute break, 2 to 3 minute pause, get some water, stretch it out. We'll be right back. All right, team. Got our stretches in, our quads are nice and warmed up. We got 15 sets of 10. We've already done 3, which means we have 12 left. We're gonna do another set of 3, followed by another stretch and a little bit of a water break for those at home. So if you're watching, make sure to click that pause button if you need to. But keep up with me and David, or as my grammar teachers would say, David and I. Let's rock this out. Here we go. We're just knocking these out. Great job. It's Marble, right?
Marbles. Yeah.
Marbles is working out with us as well. That's her pop art picture right there. How many burpees have you done, Marbles?
40.
Dude, you did those in like 30 seconds.
Yep.
Okay, folks. So we've done 12. We're on set 11. We're gonna do 2 more, and then we're gonna stretch our calves. The calf stretch. All right. Here we go. Go, very nice. All right, immediately back at it, just flipping cameras. So, Dave and I were talking yesterday. Him and I are gonna continue a new challenge for June. If you guys wanna do it with us, we're gonna do the same thing we do with burpees, except push-ups. 5 push-ups a day, starting June 1st, increasing by 5. The entire month of June. Right, David?
That's right.
Yeah. So, for those who want to do the push-up challenge with us, let us know. There's a lot of animals out there. You've done absolutely fantastic. Right now, I think it's about 7:07 Central. So we're looking to get done pretty much 7:15 Central. So we'll be done at about 7:30-ish, maybe a little bit later. Breakfast, charts. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, Last step before we do a calf stretch. Yeah. All right, here we go. David and I have one more set to go, and then we do our calf stretch. Feeling pretty good though, right, David?
Feeling great.
Feeling good. So, here we go. We're doing great. Feeling real good. We got the 6th set right here, ladies and gentlemen, with only 9 remaining for 150 total burpees before market open. Brutal. 150. Most health and wellness YouTube channels stop at 100. Because it's brutal. Good job, buddy. All right, my friends, get those calves stretched, snack some water if you need it. Press that pause button right after you press that subscribe button. And then I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, team of real life traders out there, we have 9 sets of 10 left. So we're gonna do 3, 3, and another 3. So right, make sure we get our stretches in, make sure no one gets injured. So far, a lot of you are doing just absolutely phenomenal. Keep it going. Here we go, knock out these 3 sets of 10. 150 burpees before market open. I can say I've never done that before.
Great job.
Here we go. The thing I'm most proud of myself and David and all of you for is the fact that we did these every day. Yeah. Nicely done. Nicely done. Beautiful. There's future NFL Hall of Famer Justin Webb right there. Crushing it. Like it's some breakfast. 8 sets left. Easy day. Let's knock them out.
Seconds.
We got me and David read a message on Slack the other day. Justin Jeffrey knocking out 16 minutes of burpees, totaling 145 yesterday. Good job, Double J. Gotta give you a shout out in the video, man. Proud of you. You and David should start a Spartan League together. Nicely done. Yes. Such good form. Beautiful. All right, team. Last set. Then we stretch, and we're gonna only have 6 sets left. 150 burpees before market open. Here we go. I'll do these as fast as I can. I'm gonna try to be like Justin.
Good job, man.
Thanks, brother. Here we go. If you're following along at home, keep this pace. Churning and burning. Churning and burning.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Come on, 5 more seconds. Get under 30. Get under 30. Nice. Feeling great. Looking like a sun-spotted zebra with these lights right now. All right, team, get your stretch in. Quads, calves, chest, water. We'll be back. Pause that video if you need to. Hit that subscribe button. Team from around the world, we have 6 sets left. Pretty much free money. We're gonna do 3. Again, quick stretch, break, pause. 3 more. Stretch break, eat some water, and then we're gonna have some breakfast, hit those charts, 150 burpees before market open. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is simple. Those stretches, man, make all the difference. Here we go. David's going for under 30 again. 30 seconds per set, which means half a second. No, I don't know the math right now. 3 seconds of burpee. There we go. 3 seconds of burpee. He's about to shatter that record. He's about to shatter it. 25. Woo! I can hold up on one hand how many burpees we got left. 5 sets of 10. All right, here we go.
Number 30. You crushed it.
Starting to warm up, David. Starting to get warm in here. Starting to get warm. Who else is doing these burpees with us? If you're watching it right now, after you're done with your sets, give us a thumbs up in the video. There we go. We only have 1 more set left, and we can rest. 24 seconds. Here we go. Mr. Webb, under 30 again. Folks, you're doing amazing. Keep it up. 4 sets left. 1 more set, water break, stretch, and then we're done. 150 burpees before market open. 4 sets left, guys. Knock this out. David and I are doing our absolute best. Keep each set under 30 seconds. It's gonna be a challenge. It's worth it. Dig deep. Right now, your body's hurting. You're out of breath. Your muscles are tense. That's what it's all about. Here we go. Halfway. 6, 7.
You got it, man. Awesome. Awesome.
So tough. So tough, guys. Churning and burning, but you should be seeing improvement at this point in your endurance, body, motivation, discipline, consistency, all that good stuff. Oh yeah. You're crushing it, man. Crushing it. Here we go. Burning it hard. Nicely done. All right, my friends, this is it. The last set of 3. Can you believe we're about to do 150 burpees? Slow and steady wins the race. Take a bite out of that elephant. 1 burpee at a time, get to your destination. Consistency is key. Phenomenal that we've gotten here this far together. Do the last 3 as hard as you can. Do your absolute best to finish each set under 30 seconds. We only have 1 day left after this. I'm resting Friday morning. All right, Friday morning's going off. No, I have 5 push-ups Friday morning, so won't be bad. Just 5 push-ups, anyone can do 5 push-ups. Here we go. Last set of 3.
Rocked it.
Woo! Up, friends. Sweat is happening. You're sweating. You're breathing hard. Your body's in pain. You don't want to do it anyway. Come on. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Hoorah. Yes. Nicely done. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 seconds to spare. So good. 2 sets left. 20 burpees. Who's ready? Let's do it together. Each set, under 30 seconds. Push, 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 push. It's hurting. It's gonna hurt, that's okay.
Oh, you got it.
Dave was just giving me a compliment. Tell me my last ones are the best. That's what you want. These last ones count. Oh, my shoulders. It is hard to hold up the phone right now, guys. I need 2 hands. Oh, man. That's how sore my shoulders are. Woo! Webb crushing it. Harder, harder. Yeah, 23 seconds.
All right.
There he goes. No, if David starts shaking that phone, it's not his fault. Shoulders are weak right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like holding up a cinder block. We have 1 more set. You're gonna see me do it. You're gonna see David do it. We're gonna eat breakfast. We're gonna crush some charts and wrist slides together. I love it. Here we go, fastest 10 of the day. Push as hard as you can. Make it count.
Got it.
Woo! 1 left, Webb. Oh man. 1 set, we're done. 1 set, we're done. 1 set, we're done. How bad do you want it, folks? If you want to make money, you got to improve yourself. Simple as that. Body and mind. Push your body where it's never been. Put your mind where it's never been. Make money that you've never made before. There we go. Gorgeous. Great job, bud. We're done.
Oh, man.
All right, team, we're done. That's it. Go trade the markets. Go enrich lives. Be amazing. Improve your mind. Improve your body. We'll see you on Friday.
Chugga, 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 chugga.